The idea of a CIA or conscious information analysis, it came to me when I was having a conversation with one of my friends. So we were at a cafe, we were talking, normal things, what had happened the whole weekend. And when we were talking, my friend began to talk about my girlfriend. Now, we were not in a good terms in those times. Anyway, the moment he began to talk about her, I began to fidget from my seat and I couldn't feel right. And I felt a sudden cold bang on my chest. I didn't know what to do. And I didn't even understand what he was talking about anymore. Right? I was kind of very stressed. I had a very deep mental pain and I was really sad. It changed my whole physiology and my mindset. It changed my whole day. And I thought, oh my God, what he said was, he gave us some information, but that information changed my physiology, changed my mindset. And I thought, how could a piece of information change your physiology? How could a piece of information could change your whole day? How could affect your mindset? Because my attitude, my personality, changed the whole day. It changed my attitude toward everything that happened that day. And how could that piece of information control me? Then it came to me that it is not the piece of information that changed me. It is how I used that information, how my brain interpreted that information. That's what was causing me this pain. You know, the moment we were born into this world, we began to explore different mediums of life. We began to learn new things, began to experience different events in our lives, and those events, those experiences were then registered in our brain as filters. Therefore, if similar occasions, similar experiences, or similar events occur again in the future, we don't have to panic. We don't have to learn it again. We don't have to decide or define it again. All you have to do is filter that information, okay, based on the first information you received, and then proceed with it, and then respond to it. So imagine the first time when you saw fire, you were excited and wow, that's really nice, awesome, and you wanted to touch it. And as you neared closer to it, you felt a burning sensation and you pulled your hand back because that's danger, that's painful, and your brain registers that information, that fire as danger, be careful, don't go near, right? And in the future, if such occurs, if you see fire again, you know what to do. You don't have to go near. Okay, that's good. Fire is good because it gives us light, but don't go near. That's danger. So, every experiences, every events were, registered in our brain as filters. So the painful experiences, the unhealthy thoughts, the abandonment, and the rejections, the failures, every unhealthy, healthy informations were registered in our brain, and based on that filters, now we view the world. We see this world based on those information that were registered in the past. Now the problem is, what if those informations were wrong? What if those filters were wrong? Suppose you think, the first time you wanted to be loved, you wanted to be touched, you cared, and you ran for your mother or father, but they weren't there for you. What would you feel? You feel left alone. You feel abandoned. You feel rejected, right? And those information, okay, searching for people, going, trying to get people's attention, trying to get people's love is painful. Why? Because you go closer to people, they give you pain. And getting closer to people isn't really good because that's painful. Now, that's registered in your brain. Your brain says, don't get closer to people. Relationship, bad. Because that's painful. That gives you pain. But what if those filters were wrong? Because that happened when you were 7 or when you were 8 years old or when you were teenage. But right now, this is a complete different present reality. But you are still driven by the same system that were registered when you were a kid. You know. Now your choices, your decisions, every action that you take were defined by the same automatic system that were registered when you were a kid. So this is exactly what happened to me at cafe. Because my brain was misinterpreting that information based on the filters that I received while I was a kid. You know? Because I had to go through a lot of failures, rejections, painful experiences, and they were registered in my brain. And now, when my friend was talking about my girlfriend, my brain was saying, okay, my girlfriend, she had been doing really great, but you're not. You don't have her, you can't have her, she's not yours. And look at yourself, you're a failure, you're rejected. She doesn't want you. Now, this is what my brain was interpreting. But what he said was this, what she had been doing all the weekend, and she had been doing great. But my brain was misinterpreting that information. And it changed my whole day. The information was very simple, what she did. Now, I didn't want to panic. I didn't want to get stressed. Because why? Because she had been doing great and she was my girlfriend. Okay, that's fine. I should be happy about that. But I didn't. So I thought, okay, let's do an experiment. So, now I know what the information contains. The information is very simple. It's healthy. It's about her. It's what she had been doing, right? So what should I feel? I should have felt grateful because she had been doing great and I'm happy for her. And I redirected this message and I kept saying this. Okay, I should be happy for her. She's great. Somehow I had the chance to be with her, to be her boyfriend. That was great. And as I repeated this message, my pain, my stress, it slowly went away. And that's how I discovered CIA or conscious information analysis. And with the CIA or conscious information analysis, you can recreate your life. You can recreate the pre-installed program in your brain. All you have to do is to understand what each stimuli is and then analyze it before we create a better response.